ready for them Chiefs? Y'all ready for them Chiefs?
You still got syphilis?
Yeah.
I've got syphilis. La la la.
Told you not to be picking up them prostitutes in New York.
British people can make anything sound good.
They're cheap.
Well, you get what you pay for. And it's usually a doctor bill.
Hence why I'm friends with you.
Oh, yeah. You guys can hear me.
Funny thing is, you don't have to pay me to be an asshole to you.
So, Adam, Dana is from Lee Summit.
Mm-hmm.
We know somebody. I'm wondering if you know his sister or something.
Yeah, we know somebody too. And
yeah, that narrows it down.
I don't believe you. I mean somebody that's related to Dan.
That would be Beth Moriarty. That's my sister. She lives in Grain Valley.
Ring a bell?
Mm-hmm.
No.
That's all right.
Adam, you're supposed to know everybody from Lee Summit.
That's not to say that I don't, but it's been a minute since I've been in Lee Summit, so.
Yeah, I've lived in I'm in Overland Park. I've been here 15, 16 years, something like that.
Adam's not in Lee Summit because of the fact he's wanted.
That might be. Are we live right now or?
I'm recording.
Oh, you son of a bitch! Not you, Dan.
I was trying to get.
I don't sound rich. Is it the ratty T-shirt? I mean,
because you live in Johnson County, buddy.
Oh yeah. It's actually okay. So my apartment complex, I have the cheapest rent out of the whole complex, and
it's about $2,000 a month.
It's $1,000. So the reason why I lived here is I'm exactly 4.5 miles from the Sprint campus. I worked there for a very long time, and and I haven't been there for several years. But I worked at Sprint campus. I'm glad. I thought you guys would be on Saturday. Is Keys coming on? Did you guys kick him off, or what's the deal? Do you guys?
Yeah. He's scared. He's scared.
He's no longer part of the BAK channel. We just use his initials.
Really?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm kidding.
Oh God, I thought you were serious. No, it was funny. I feel, it was kind of funny because I brought him up on my show. I just ended a couple hours ago, and I brought him up because he was on Chief Concerns with Jason Dunn, and I thought he did a great job. I was giving him some love. Yeah. And because Jason Dunn's coaching in the NFLPA game, that's tomorrow. Really? And I got that on DVR. I'm actually glad that I got a chance to come on the show. I'm ruining it for everybody, but on my show, bragging about myself here, I was wondering if you guys would want to come on and do like a live mock draft, all 31 picks, and we each like take a turn and pick like for each team.
That sounds cool. Is this like for the off season next?
Yeah, after the Super Bowl, I'm basically after the Super Bowl, I'm just going to dive straight into draft content. And I was trying to, I don't want to do a mock draft just me, but I was hoping to do like on one of my live streams. And I'd like to get like multiple people coming in, and like if we had 4 people do it, 1, 2, 3, 4, and
Well, you know me, I'm always down to enlighten you guys.
I really wanted Gooch to get in.
When's that going to start, Gooch?
Why would you want him to be a part of any of that? There's going to be a lot of editing.
Because the first pick is going to be somebody from Alabama.
That's actually a good call. Yeah, I'm going to say this: like there's not going to be any trades, but there's no chance Chicago picks number 1. There's no chance. They're trading. It's just a question of who.
Yeah.
So I mean that's kind of what we're looking at, and I also think that's going to be interesting. Gooch going to get mad here. There's going to be a big debate between C.J. Stroud and Bryce Young. I think a big debate.
What?
I think we're
Debate?
just
Are you kidding me?
Oh yeah, there's going to be a
Debate?
big debate. People are really going to fall in
No.
love with C.J. Stroud.
Stroud is so inferior to Bryce's athleticism.
I don't
pocket
see that at all.
presence.
He's about 25 pounds heavier. He's better athlete. Turn on the tape against Georgia. I mean,
Yeah.
there's a lot
Josh-
to like about that kid. And
Josh
you
Allen,
watch,
Cam Newton.
Gooch. There's going to be a huge debate in the next couple months. The C.J.
Cam
Stroud
Newton was
talk's going to go.
Cam Newton was a great prospect, bigger and everything coming out too. And did he win anything?
You went number 1 overall, and that's kind of what I think C.J. Stroud's going to do.
Did he?
And then nothing else. Yeah, Cam went number 1.
Fuck, that was a long time ago.
Yep, 2011. Yeah, but I mean, I'm a draft junkie, and yeah, if you guys want to do like a mock draft, because it's more fun. Like I might have an opinion, and then somebody else might have an opinion. Keith disagrees on everything I say.
Well, that's anybody.
I mean, Keith loves to argue with people. I love Keith, but I mean, like, it doesn't matter. Chiefs wear red. No, it's not really red, and that's just Keith. He's
At least one of you love him.
Fighting with people. Yeah,
what you're forgetting about my partner, my brother, is not only will he tell you it's not red, he has a 29-minute continuous tangent.
Oh yeah,
on what the real color is.
He'll have stats. He'll have a spreadsheet. He'll have links that he can go to.
We'll go off on like 10 different tangents.
Oh yeah,
and then
which is why we'll
forget about what we were talking about in the first place.
That's my boy, man. I love that dude. But yeah, it's like he's right now on Twitter arguing with Bengals fans, trying to convince. I actually want to ask you guys. I mean, hey, do we have are we just kind of like just throwing random thoughts out there, or was there like an outline or anything?
This is a picks pool.
Picks pool,
Yeah.
Which means not only do we pick the games, but we talk about and just throw everything out there. There's no outline.
Have you guys been paying attention to the Chiefs-Bengals spread?
Dog cocaine.
I've never seen a line move like this.
I've been doing sports betting since 2017. I've never seen a line like this ever. I'm telling you right now, there's probably over $100 million that has been wagered on this game. I've never seen a point spread jump like this. It went from -1 to +1 in minutes. Then
we
it
were originally favored by 2.5, weren't we? And then
I saw one.
I
saw one when I first started watching. It was 1. The go-ahead line may have been 2.5, but when I started paying attention, it was -1, and this was Sunday night, Monday morning. Then it jumped up in like 6 to 9 hours. Then it went up to like 2. Some places are saying 2.5. Right now, the Chiefs are 1.5 point favorite, so it's changed from 2 to 3, maybe 4. It's crazy. I've never seen anything like this.
It'll change again now that Kelsey's on the injury report.
It will. It will.
So what did he do?
He's calling it a back injury, but he was a full participant in practice. So I'm not really sure. Somebody told me about it, and I was like, "Are you sure?" And I think
funny.
I'm just speculating. What I think? I think he's just throwing it out there just to generate conversation. I think he's fine.
He didn't go. He was supposed to be talking to the media today after practice, and he didn't go.
Yeah, I think like I really don't think it's
like that.
I really don't think it's an injury. I think he's just like, hey, let's have some fun here. And
the old Joe Namath thing.
This is going to be a lot of fun. So we're doing picks. Actually, I'm dying to hear because I gave you my prediction already. What do you guys think about Philly and San Francisco? I'm dying to hear.
Well, I'll go ahead and take that. I'm going with the Eagles and the under.
My wife, by the way.
Oh, okay. I was good. I actually only know 2 of you. I don't know the other 2. So this
Adam is my little brother.
Adam, man, also, man, are you live in Blue Springs too, or?
I live in Vegas, actually.
No shit.
Yeah.
Dude, I've been wanting to move out there. If I move out there, we'll go get some drinks. I don't drink anymore. I'll buy you drinks. I'll drink coffee.
Done.
But yeah. Good. Yeah. Contrary to Keith, so Keith tells me I'm on cocaine all the time. I am not, but yeah,
No,
yeah.
cocaine's the dog.
I mean, I got coffee. I had an energy drink earlier. I'm all caffeinated out the yin yang, but no, man. I go out there a couple times a year, man. I will hit you up
Pictures
on
and
light
blow.
drinks. That's freaking awesome.
Yeah, you'll fit right in.
All right,
High
perfect.
energy.
That's
We
all.
went out for his wedding back in
In
October.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to the Pro Bowl with him.
Oh man, dude! Please take lots of pictures. You're going inside
yeah.
the actual. Is it in the Death Star this year? Or?
It is, yeah.
Dude, I've been. That's like it's like on bucket list. I guess this is I saw it when they were under construction, and the last time I was out there, I just took some pictures from the outside.
Yeah, we're gonna throw some content together for that.
Dude, that would be
Out
awesome.
of that trip.
Tell you what, as much as I hate the Raiders, that was a freaking beautiful stadium.
It's amazing.
It's a gorgeous stadium.
And that's just from the outside.
So I apologize. Adam's wife. What is your name? I don't know.
Well,
Adam.
I'm
Adam's
Aaron's wife. My name's
Aaron.
Liz.
I'm sorry, I got the two names. I'm bad with names. So Aaron's wife. What is your name?
Liz, but right now is Burrow is a furry.
Burrow is a furry.
You can call her anything, shithead, pain in the ass.
Every lovable name that Gooch has for him. He's just bitter because he's right in the middle of the pack right now.
I don't feel well enough to be bitter.
All right. So you like the Eagles to cover 2.5, and you said you like the under?
I do.
All right.
What's the over under?
46. Well, okay. Let me rephrase that. I'm using DraftKings, and I just pulled that up just now.
I thought you
already
always
have the
used
hook.
Barstool.
So I was using Barstool at the beginning of the year because I live right near Hollywood Casino. Then there was a problem making deposits, and their customer service set a world's record for most incompetent morons on the face of planet Earth. I mean, these guys were just beyond stupid, and
They cracked me up.
they could not fix anything. And I'm like, you know what? Screw it. I'm going to go to DraftKings, and so I've been using DraftKings since then. So
I watch Barstool Outdoors, which is kind of an offshoot.
they have some. They actually, it's. I'm kind of mad because there's a lot of stuff with Barstool Sports I really like, but when I couldn't place a bet, then I was like, and I reached out so many times and like, look, you guys got to fix this. It should be a pretty simple fix, and it was just mind blowing how stupid these guys were.
It's Sydney something. I guess her dad was like one of the first YouTubers. He's an outdoors guy. Fishing, hunting.
Did he create YouTube?
No, but he was one of the first creators.
Well, who's going next? Don't leave me hanging here.
Well, I mean, all my picks are obvious, are already documented, but I'll give them to you. I like Philly, and I like the over. I said on my live stream, I think Philly, this is not going to be a fun game. I think Philly's just going to beat the shit out of 49ers. I think this game's going to be the dog, and then Chiefs Bengals is going to be the fun one. But yeah, I think Philly's just going to kick the shit out of 49ers, and it's going to be a backdoor cover for the over. I think that 49ers is going to be a late touchdown. But I'm thinking this is going to be like 31-19, something like that. I think the Eagles win this game by double digits. I really, really do.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also Philly in the over on this. For a lot of the same reasons I was Dallas last week. I think they kind of exposed Brock Purdy. And I think Philly's defense is just as good. I think that front seven is just as good. They rotate that defensive line really well. So, yeah, I think Philly in a blowout too.
I do too. I think Philly in a blowout, but I'm thinking more just because of the line. The Niners have the number one defense, but that Eagles O-line has been just moving humans, and they've been able to do what they want with the run game. And Hurts looks like he's all the way back from that shoulder. And
Is Hurts an Alabama guy or an Oklahoma guy?
he is.
He
Where
was.
where did he finish?
Keys argued with me.
It doesn't matter.
But I had Hurts as my MVP for the majority of the season. I thought Hurts was just playing lights out. I love that.
Doesn't matter where he finished. He started from Alabama. He's an Alabama guy.
But he wouldn't.
So
have
you're
turned
going with
into
the Eagles,
quarterback he
Gooch?
is now.
Well, yeah, guys. Well, they're going to overall. They're better. I mean, I'm not going to trust a third-string quarterback rookie in the NFC Championship game. It just
Are you
doesn't.
freaking kidding me? The guy
did
that
you
was
say
talking
last
about
week?
how San Francisco is the freaking second coming last week. The
Their
best team in
defense,
the NFL.
which their defense, which they held down a Dallas team that was averaging over 28 a game, and they kept them to 9.
Who also still has Dak Prescott as their freaking quarterback.
What?
Who also has Dak Prescott as their quarterback. So their defensive
does?
line doesn't mean shit when they played Dallas.
The
I
problem
kind
is
of
that
think
the problem is that Dallas should have won that game. Dak played like Purdy should be playing, and Purdy basically managed the game.
But I think Dak pressed because of the kicking game. I don't think Dak throws a couple of those balls if their kicking game is in order.
Didn't he hit all of them last week?
No,
He missed an extra
That
point.
one blocked.
Yeah. And if it doesn't get blocked, it's miles left.
It was.
It got hit by like the third guy down the line. Like it never had a chance.
Gotcha.
And you said over or under, Gooch?
Over. I think Philly wins by 14.
Oh damn! Yeah, I think it's double digits though. I mean, I think the executives nailed this right, putting the NFC early and then the AFC late.
Yeah.
I mean, you know.
Where are you, Aaron?
Well, there
Welcome,
was April
backers.
game.
We are here for the conference championship of the Picks Pool.
Wow.
I think we're
Thanks,
17 minutes
Gooch,
into
for always ruining the intro.
Don't worry, I'll cut this down.
Every
We'll condense
fucking
this.
time. This fucking guy.
You chose to be friends with me. I don't know what's wrong with you.
I'm going Philly in the under. I had it Philly in the over, but me and Kim had all the same picks, and I was like, I can't do that. So I think Liz and I now do.
Which you shouldn't be going off of somebody's picks that you shouldn't even know in the first place, technically.
We're allowed to change. If we weren't allowed to change, I would agree with you, but we're allowed to change.
Oh,
so.
that's right. We made change this year.
I think it's a little surprising. All of us like Philly. To be honest, I expected one of you to go San Francisco.
I mean, if they beat Dallas, if it's a more impressive performance last week, I think this is more of a conversation. But I just wasn't impressed by the win last week.
I think
But
Gooch is right. They don't. He doesn't. Dak doesn't throw those 2 picks. Dallas wins this game. I thought Dallas had the better team. To be honest.
Well,
We
and
all did.
Tony Pollard going down really throws a wrench in
Broken
their
leg. I mean, a
offensive
broken
scheme.
leg. That was brutal. And I mean,
I think we all assumed Dallas was going to win.
I did. I had Dallas picked, and then that
And for
last
all
play of the
intents
game was just the
for all-
dumbest thing I've ever seen in my entire life. I mean, what
For all
the
intents
what
and
the
purposes,
fuck are you doing?
for all intents and purposes, their defense locked up San Francisco most of that game.
McCarthy.
Like,
I mean, 19. If you told me before the game Dallas is going to hold San Francisco 19 points, I'm like, oh, Dallas wins this game.
Yeah.
Even if it's 21-19, I'm like Dallas is going to win this game. And I don't know if you guys heard this, but like Kellen Moore is like being quote unquote evaluated. They may not bring him back. Dallas already let go of 6. Well, their contract's expired, but they're making a lot of coaching changes in Dallas, which is kind of interesting.
I personally think that's stupid.
I
that-
agree.
I
I think that's bad for Dak.
I think McCarthy called that last play, and they're using Kellen Moore as a scapegoat. Or they don't intend to give him the head coaching job because Dan Quinn turned down interviews to be a head coach for the second year in a row to go back to Dallas. So unless they don't plan on holding on to McCarthy, and they've already told Quinn, you're next, there's no reason to turn down.
What is Jerry
interviews 2
Jones
years in a
saying to
row.
these guys though? Like Jerry Jones has got to be like the greatest salesman in the whole world. Like he's like got blowing magic pixie dust, and I don't know if you guys followed Denver Broncos social media, but it was funny. Here's the line like over the last 2 weeks. Oh, Sean Payton's going to be next head coach of Denver Broncos any day now. Dan Quinn, he's going to be the head coach of the Denver Broncos any day now. D'Amico Ryans, he's going to be the head coach of Broncos any day now. And like they're on option 8. True story. I got a phone call just a few minutes ago asking if I want to be head coach of Denver Broncos. I turned those asses.
Already wrote a piece about you.
Yeah, I know. You saw it coming. I mean, nobody wants to go there. Do you remember how bad Cleveland was?
Sean Payton's going to be in Arizona.
You know what I think? I think he's going back to TV because he wants the Chargers job. I think he really wants the Chargers job. I think he's going back to TV and hold out. But do you remember how bad Cleveland was? They went through 4 coaches in 4 years. That's what Denver's doing right now. Like I'm going to call him like West Cleveland, because like Pat Bowlen should have been in the Hall of Fame years ago, and I have a lot of respect for the Broncos organization, but they're a disaster right now. Everything top to bottom is a complete shit show. They suck. They brought in a rookie head coach. Seriously, they brought in a rookie head coach who is like, hey, look, we have a quick rhythm passing offense. Then they bring in a quarterback. Hey, what's his weakness? Well, doing that quick rhythm passing game, but it'll work here. And thinking it's going to work in the AFC West when you got, the best quarterback in the NFL and experienced head coach. I was out in Colorado. They were talking Super Bowl. They're like, well, if we have a bad season, we'll sweep the Chiefs and go 15-2. I'm like, are you guys serious? They're like, oh yeah, we got Chiefs number. I know we lost 13 straight, but this year we got them because we got Russell Wilson. Well, the coach hasn't been head coach for. It doesn't matter.
Now it's 15.
I mean, seriously, they were dead convinced out in Denver, like they're going to win a Super Bowl, and I was like, it's not going to work that way. I mean,
I think they just put all their eggs in one basket with Wilson and thought that he was going to be the savior.
He's never been a guy that you want going back throwing 60 passes a game. That's never been his strong suit. He's a guy that play action pass, deep ball, scrambling around.
He's always had a run game.
Yeah, I mean that's what they should have done.
And then Pete Carroll tells everybody exactly how they need to play him.
Well, they did have a lot of injuries, but one thing that they give Randy Gregory a bunch of money. He's never been healthy at all his whole time in Dallas. He's missed a minimum 4 games every single year. And then you sign him like, oh yeah, well, because it's Denver, he's magically going to stay healthy thanks to the thin air and marijuana smoke, and it'll make him healthy. And of course he goes down. They didn't address the right tackle issue. That was another thing. But I mean, they did have 2 really good running backs, and then they just Melvin Gordon was complaining and he had a fumble in one game, so we're going to fire him. And it's just such a well-run franchise for so many years.
He had like 5 fumbles in 3 games, though, didn't he?
I still would have kept him. I mean, I would have said, "Hey, look, this is the best running back available. Let's keep him around." That's what I would have done.
Still on the Chiefs?
I have no idea.
I think we let him have a play or 2, even.
I don't remember him ever playing at all. But
no, I think he's been on the practice squad.
He's been on the practice squad. I don't know if he's ever been activated, but I'll say this. I loved him out of Wisconsin. Like he was one of my favorite players. I absolutely loved this guy. He was a guy I was following hardcore the whole time he was in Wisconsin. And I was kind of excited to pick him up, to be honest. I was kind of wondering if he would play or not. But
yeah, I text Aaron as soon as Denver cut him, saying that I hope we picked him up, and then we did.
Nobody here's picking Cincinnati, are they? Like I mean, nobody here is going to pick the Bengals.
I mean, this is like You think this is going to be the close game? I don't. I think we blow them out.
Really? Okay. No. You like the over or under?
I like the over.
You like the
I like Kansas City in the over.
uh,
And I think it is influenced by some of the clips that I've seen of Pat moving around. And I think if he can avoid contact, go ahead, Aaron.
Keys went San Francisco in the under.
That's my boy. That's my boy. Keys like San Francisco in the under. Okay.
I think he probably sensed that we were going to go Philly, and he was like, I'm behind. I'm playing from behind.
No, Keys says, wait a minute. Here's the deal. All of us could pick one. Keys has to pick the other, but I know Keys isn't picking Cincinnati. He might.
No, he said that he had such bad luck this year. He's just going to pick him just to make him lose. He said that earlier.
Yeah, I almost did that too. Like, I'll be happy either way, kind of, I guess.
He's going KC in the under as well.
He's going under. Huh. He's going under 48. That's interesting.
I'm KC in the over. So is Kim.
So am I. Let's go Chiefs.
So is Adam.
Gooch, you want to go? I want to hear what you got to say here.
Gooch, are you in the bathroom again?
No, I was going to go Kansas City in the over, but not because of Pat, not because of Chris Jones, because I went and did some digging. And Andy Reid, in 20-some years of coaching, only has a losing record against two coaches, Vrabel and Zach Taylor. And I think Andy Reid is the better coach. And I just don't think you beat Andy Reid 4 times in a row.
No shot.
I just don't see it happening. I don't even care if Henne. I don't care if Henne was in there. I don't think you're going to beat Andy Reid 4 times in a row.
No, that's a great number. I like Kansas City. Obviously, I like the over. This is a classic backdoor cover. Cincinnati will score a touchdown late to cover 48. It wouldn't surprise me if it scores 27-24 again. I mean, I like the over in this game a lot. I really do. I really think that I think Kansas City puts up 30. I really do. I think Kansas City's going to be prepared. I think they're going to be ready. The only reason I like the over is I really think the Bengals, you're not going to hold them under 24. I think Chiefs in a shootout. I think I predicted on my original video 32-28 or 32-27, something like that. I think it's going to be
thinking 31-27
to
28-24. I think we're going to win by 4.
Yeah, this is going to be a fun game. I think it's got to be. I think it's got to be close, and I mean, give them a lot of credit, but I mean,
I'm with Adam. I don't think it's going to be close at all.
I don't know. I think with the NFL, I think they're going to want it to keep it close.
It's going to be tough with the refereeing crew that they have. They have Ron Torbert on this game. He calls the second lowest penalties in the league. So I think they're going to let him play.
If you believe in conspiracy theories, I think the NFL really wants to push Mahomes in the Super Bowl. I think the NFL, that's the face of the NFL. That's who you want to win. I think if anything, the NFL would just do everything they can to get Mahomes in the Super Bowl. But
I hope so.
I'm been a Chiefs season ticket holder since '89, and I've never been part of anything like this. And if you're a Chiefs fan, you got to enjoy it, because I'm telling you right now, once it's over, it's going to be over. There is going to be a sudden drop. Andy Reid's not coaching, 10, 15 years. Travis Kelce's not going to be around for another 5-6 years. I mean, this has been an awesome window. 5 straight AFC Championship games at Arrowhead. And the window's getting smaller and smaller. I mean, we may have another 1 or 2 years where we're dominating the NFL, but I mean, it's coming to an end. I think it's coming to an end pretty quickly. So I mean, just enjoy it. and embrace it and love it. And you know, I talked about on my show, people want to be the Rocky role. I call it the Rocky role. You want to be Rocky. You want to be the underdog. No. We're Apollo Creed. We're the bullies of the NFL. We got the best player in the NFL. We're the baddest ass motherfuckers in the NFL. We're the team to fucking beat. You know, it's cute that Bengals won some games and everything, and they, you know, great. But no, we're the bullies.
I like it.
I agree that we are, but I feel like the media portrays the opposite. I feel like we've been Rocky all year. We lost Tyreek. They wanted to doubt us. Patrick has a bad ankle. They want to doubt us. So we've never beat the Bengals. Like, we're still kind of the underdog, and I still kind of like that role.
Everybody wants to be the underdog.
Just keep doubting us.
Everybody wants to be the underdog. It's human nature.
What they didn't expect is that Mahomes was going to reach out to Tom Brady and get him some avocado ice cream and some tips on how to get healthy. Mahomes said it. Mahomes was like, he hurt his ankle that night. He went to get treatment. He called Tom Brady. You know what I'm saying? And Tom
have you read his book?
Tom was telling him how to rehab and shit like that. Like,
it's amazing what Brady. So like the avocado ice cream is real. That's the worst thing Tom Brady puts in his system is avocado ice cream. Like he has this crazy diet. He has this crazy workout regimen, and it's amazing. I got nothing but love and respect for him. I mean, for him to be able to play football, he's almost as old as I am. Like, you know, damn, I had a Smith machine behind me, got covered up here. Man, I tweaked my back doing incline presses. I don't know what the bar weighs, but I got 50 pounds of weights, and I tweaked my back. So I can't imagine playing in the fucking NFL at my age. So
hey, come see me at work, Dan. We'll help you.
What do you do for a living?
Paid management nurse.
Really, I probably need to. It's pretty much, you know, healed up now. But I mean, I'm sitting there like, you know, just doing a light workout. It's like, oh damn, and then like for a week, I could like I'm sitting there, ow.
Yeah. We got multiple locations, not far from you.
Is anybody else seeing the irony in a person that causes so many humans pain that she runs a pain management center?
Hey, if you're good at it, make money at it.
I wish she ran it.
So let's see here. So which one of you guys has the under? All you guys had the over, except for one of you had the under.
Was it Keys?
Keys
has the Keys is arguing with us. Oh wow, I'm shocked. So Keys,
are you here? Are you here, brother? Oh, you're not here.
No, he's not. You know what? I will sub in for Keys. I'm much better looking, but not as argumentative. But I'll be a Keys substitute today. I don't have any stats or statistics or metrics to pull up, so I'm failing. But I'll be a Keys replacement. Sub in for Keys.
Well, it doesn't take much. You just got to grow gills and not have to take many breaths. Be long-winded.
I think this is the game that Chris Jones goes off.
I do too. I got a little bit of money in my bookie. I was thinking about having that be my prop bet is Chris Jones sacks or they have some interesting options like
3.
Well, they got some neat options. It's a double, so like you can take Isaiah Pacheco to get over 80 yards and the Chiefs win for like, I think it was like plus 170. I actually thought about taking that because I think Pacheco's going to have a good game.
No, I think he's going to go off.
That almost doesn't seem like that good of a price.
It's not. It's not. I mean, all these prop bets are designed, you know, to make money. You know, I mean, you know, that's why I always recommend as a sports bettor, do not bet on playoff football. Do not bet on the Super Bowl. It's a sucker bet. And like I said, I'm tempted to do it myself, and I'm an experienced sports bettor. So a lot of these are very exciting. But I know it was plus 80 yards and the Chiefs win. You have to hit both of them to hit. I think the number was plus 180. I don't know exactly.
But you didn't want to bet with us.
No, but my opinions are out there. You know, I do videos and you have all my numbers out there. I would lose this wager, or I'd lose here. Because I had wild card game. I missed Tampa Bay. I had Dallas in the conference championship, and trying to think of what else I had. I had the Giants covering. I'll be honest, watching that Eagles Giants game, I was like, oh shit, God, the Eagles are good. So I wouldn't have won.
And the second week, I got your picks off your shorts. But Liz had 10, Adam had 9, and then me, you, and Kim had 8 the first week.
I should have had 10. Maher.
And Liz have 9. Yeah, that ruined the over for all of us but Liz.
Hey, I crapped the bed last week, so.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, we all kind of did. I don't think anybody hit more than 5 out of 8.
No, Gooch and Kim both got 5. So Kim actually took the lead over at 13.
Who the hell would have ever guessed that every single game would have hit the under?
Right. After almost every game, but yeah, it was every game but one. Got
The Tampa game.
over the week before. So now, yeah, it's Kim with 13. Then Adam and Liz have 12. I have 11. And then you and Gooch had 10, and Keys is at 9.
Wait, shouldn't I have 13?
Going into this week.
I got 4 right, no?
I only see
9 and
3.
9 and then 4.
What were your picks last week?
It was Jacksonville in the under, Philly in the over, Buffalo the over, Dallas the over.
Dallas lost.
I did not see Buffalo getting spanked.
Yeah, I didn't either.
Not like that, no.
And that's kind of the key for. I think the biggest key for this game is that as a backup you can have a good game. You know, you're fresh. Maybe if you're a bigger, stronger guy, a bull rush wouldn't work, and that's something maybe they were planning on. But we have film on these guys, these backup offensive linemen, and I think that's going to be the key of the game. Is the Bengals offensive line against the Chiefs defensive line, and the Chiefs defensive line I think is going to have a good game. I think Chris Jones probably honestly he may have over a sack. He may have 1.5 or more.
The problem is that those second string offensive linemen, was the reason why a lot of us. Well, I think I picked Buffalo but Buffalo was doing strange stuff. Like they weren't running the ball, they weren't having Josh run the ball. They weren't rotating their defensive linemen like they normally do.
Yeah.
They weren't doing none of that. They weren't doing any of that.
That was a problem I had with Buffalo all year is that this is a team that should be running the ball a lot more, and why they weren't doing it didn't make any damn sense.
When they had such a freaking mobile quarterback, he didn't move.
Well, that might have been by design. I think Allen was more banged up than people thought because I didn't think he looked good at all. I thought that was by design that he wasn't running, and that's something they should do more in the beginning of the year than in the playoffs. In the playoffs, you want them to run, but in the beginning of the year, quit doing all this direct quarterback runs. That's just stupid. And I think that was by design. I think he was really fucked up. That's my opinion because Allen didn't look right the whole game. I watch a lot of him, and I was like, he looks like he's like maybe 70%, 60, something like that. That's my opinion.
All right, that's the picks. Gooch, pay the bills.
I'm gonna go ahead and recap it just to make sure I have it all written down correct. I'm KC, the over, Philadelphia, the under. Liz is KC over, Philadelphia under. Adam is KC over, Philadelphia over. Gooch is KC over, Philly over. Kim is also KC over, Philly over. Keys is KC under, San Francisco under. And then Dan, you've got KC over, Philly over. Sound correct?
That sounds good. Tell
Sounds
Keys,
good to me.
Tell Keys I said what's up, man. I mean,
Definitely
he didn't
will.
come on my live stream, so I missed him. And I said a lot of good things about him on my live stream. I had a lot of good things to say.
Why would you do that?
Oh man, right after my show, it's funny. Like I get so many, and right after my show, it's like you can't blame the Lions for making these draft picks, and it's like again, I'm still getting hate from I gave the Lions a C- draft grade. I'm still getting hate over that. Like, and we're in the we're 2 days away from the conference championship, and as soon as my show ends, I get this long paragraph. You can't blame the Lions for making these picks, and it's like, oh, let it go.
Man, I can't
they
help but
talking
root
about
for the
Williams?
Lions.
Yeah, it was a stupid trade. I'll stand by it. Because if they don't make that trade, they draft Christian Watson, and that to me just makes so much sense. But
He will be really good.
I think so too.
And Williams will be too.
He might be. I mean, when you get injured in college, you're saying that you're going to be healthy in the pros. And let me ask you this here before we get off here. I just fun draft question here. Who do you got the Chiefs taking? Do you guys have a player, an idea, like a trade up, trade down, somebody? Because
I have done zero research yet.
Okay. Somebody on my live stream guessed the same player that I was wanting. And I was like, and he mentioned RGR. I've never seen him before. So I thought maybe you guys might know him, but no, so nothing. Anyone you guys have like a player a pick? Antonio Johnson, the safety out of Texas A&M. He's like a Derwin James clone. Probably he's like 6'4", maybe not as big, like maybe like 205, 210, but like that's the guy. And I was hoping people wouldn't know about him.
What's his name again?
Antonio Johnson, the safety out of Texas A&M. But that somebody mentioned that on my show, and I'm like, hey, let's keep it down because I want him to drop all the way to Kansas City because he's a guy I think that can come in day one and take Thornhill's job.
Well, I figured either defensive end or left tackle, hopefully left tackle, but we'd have to trade up quite a bit.
I agree. We got to get somebody that can protect Patrick.
So all you guys are anti-Orlando Brown. It's not just Keys, really.
No, I mean, Orlando Brown blew that block. That's the reason why Patrick got hurt.
He's fucked up a lot.
Really? Okay. No, Keys told me on my show, he goes, oh, he's average at best. I'm like, no. This is a solid left tackle, but none of you guys like Orlando Brown.
I would have said that last year.
The thing is that they've graded him out, and as far as pass blocking goes, he's the highest rated pass blocking left tackle in the game.
See, I'm a big Orlando Brown.
He started slow, and he's picked his game up like they've rated him. He's ahead of Trent Williams, ahead of all those guys as a pass blocking left tackle. Yeah,
when did that happen?
Well,
since the first half, starting the second half of the season through now, he's the highest rated pass.
Watch him in run blocking. If you notice that big run Pacheco had when he ran that 30-yard run, he just ran right behind Orlando Brown. I mean, here's what I think is going to happen. Here's what I think is going to happen. Chicago has an assload of money, and I think Orlando Brown's going to be a Bear. That's like they're just going to say, hey, look, we'll give you whatever he asked for. What was it? 5 years, $135 million. I was actually going through your YouTube channel. I know Keith had a video on it. The Bears are going to give him more than that, and they can afford it. And I think that's what's going to happen. And then the Chiefs will kind of have to scramble around with what to do at the left tackle position after this year. That's my prediction.
I don't.
Beginning of the year, he couldn't block anybody.
Scramble around.
Say what?
I don't think they're going to scramble around. I think they're going to plant Niang on that left side. He's been playing all season long, but not on the O-line. He's been on special teams blocking. Nobody's noticed he's been there at least half the year.
That's what I was hoping, because I remember when he was drafted, that was my favorite draft pick. I did not like CEH at all. I had four other running backs ahead of him.
I think they've been letting him.
Gooch. I should have said Gooch, but I give credit to Keys because I mentioned you guys. I was like, when they were talking about Pacheco in June being the starter, I was like, slow down, guys. Pump the brakes. Everybody.
That was me.
That was all
me
That
that
was
said
Gooch.
that.
That was Gooch. I gave credit to Keys, but no, that was Gooch. And I was like, let's slow down here. And I didn't take it serious.
Hey, I know.
really didn't. But you
I said the exact same thing. You could ask Aaron. I called it way back when that Pacheco was going to be the starting back by
I brought that up on
mid-season.
my show today. Is that because like when you guys were talking about it, I was like, nah, CH is the guy, and I dismissed it. I knew enough about Pacheco from Rutgers that I thought, okay, hey, this is a good pick. He's going to make the team. But if you had told me hey, Dan, is he going to play more than 50 snaps on offense this year? I would have said no. Well, maybe 50 touches,
I was trying not to get my hopes up.
I had no faith he was going to be this good. Not even close. And Gooch, I gave credit to Keith, but yeah, Gooch, you had it right. And you had it right in June. You nailed it.
I was like, by the time after the bye, first week after the bye, Pacheco's going to be the man. And they started him the week before the bye. And I was like, and he kept saying, like, it wasn't just the film, but a lot of things, like, I was listening to what the coaches were saying. They were like, his first year, he was real raw. They told him what to work on. He worked on that all summer, came back, and he was better at that. So then he was like, he wanted to return kicks. So they let him return kicks, and then he's like, oh, you got to learn how to do this. And he came back the next year. Oh, no, it was hands, receiving out of the backfield because they would take him out because he couldn't catch. So he spent the whole next year learning how to catch out of the backfield, and he came back, and then he was a every down back. And then they had him returning kicks. They were like, you need to learn how to plant your foot in the ground and just go. So he spent all his time working on that. And the coach was like, anything we gave him, he just got better at. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't think he's going to return kicks next year. I think that they're going to bring in somebody else, and he's got a bright future with
I think they get a third round pick out of CEH and go ahead and trade him. And
you won't get a third.
You're not getting a third round pick.
If you trade him, which is highly unlikely, but if you do, you're probably getting a 6 at best. And I really don't think that they're going to do that. I really don't. I think they'll just sit at the bottom of the roster and they'll use it as a bait. If I'm trying to think what the word would be, maybe not bait, but McKinnon's contract's going to be up. And McKinnon could legitimately say, hey, look, man, I scored 9 touchdowns last 6 games. You guys got me on a 1 year, $1 million deal. I think it's 1 year, 1 year. And he may say, hey, look, I want to raise. I want 2 years, $5 million or $7 million. And he would deserve it. And they'll be like, yeah, but we got CEH. So.
Yeah, they won't say, yeah, but we got CEH because none of them block like McKinnon.
Oh, I love McKinnon. I want them. Seriously, I would love it. I would love to see the Chiefs overpay for McKinnon, but if you overpay one area, you have to, cut from somewhere else. But I've loved McKinnon ever since he came out of college. He was a college quarterback. I loved watching him play at Georgia Southern. He was a lot of fun to watch. So I mean,
the guy I said to watch that would be starting by midseason was Jalen Watson.
I was high on Joshua Williams, but I mean, 3 great corners out of this draft. I mean, what a great job by the Chiefs. But yeah, I was just curious to any one of you guys. So none of you guys are looking at the draft yet.
Not yet.
I've been looking a little bit.
What do you think, man? Trade up, trade down, a pick.
I think it'll cost too much to trade up, and I think Clark's going to want to make a splash with it being in Kansas City.
Everybody says that, but I'm not buying that at all. I think if they find a good trade partner at 30 or 31 or wherever they pick, I think they'd make the move. So
yeah, I just don't think it's Beach's style to make a splash. We have a lot of picks this year too, don't we?
Somebody told me on my live stream it was 14, and I haven't had a chance, but there's no way we're picking 14.
I thought it was 10.
Somebody came into my live stream I've never seen him before, and it was kind of cool. He had a name. I hate the NFL. I was like, that's awesome. And he mentioned Antonio Johnson. And I was like, holy shit, that's the guy I want. And I think they're looking at either defensive tackle or safety because those are the two big holes I think that the Chiefs would want to address draft wise.
We have 11.
RGR guy.
Yeah, he mentioned RGR.
Huh.
So that I thought maybe one of you guys might know him. I love that ATM. You know. The kid.
Those are my initials.
All right. You know, my mind went in the gutter. That's how I think. But the kid, I thought he'd be called the talent. Yeah. I like it, man. But I mean, I like the talent too. I mean, whatever you guys want to do.
He was putting Picks King or some stupid shit when he's dead.
He's going with the King. Listen. If you guys later on down the line, when you guys are doing a lot of draft stuff, if you want to do like a mock draft live with all 31 teams, I think it'd be a lot of fun.
It sounds fun. I'm for it.
I'll hit Keys up, and hopefully Keys would. I think Keys would be game for that. It will be in a couple weeks after the Super Bowl.
We did it a couple years ago, didn't we?
Did you?
We've done the boards for the last 3 years.
Well, I thought it'd be fun to do a mock draft, get different people with different ideas. Are
we doing trades, or are we just going to assume down the line?
My initial one, I would want without trades, just 1 through 31.
It would get pretty complicated.
Yeah, and one thing I can't stand about mock trades is anybody who has a mock trade wants their team to get extra draft picks, and it's like, come on, it doesn't even make any sense. I got a lot of Lions fans. So one guy had Lions Jets trade, and it's like, why are the Jets trading up? What are they going to do with this draft pick? I mean, make it make sense at least, and which it doesn't. So.
Well, do you want to pay the bills? Oh, man, we appreciate anybody that checks out this video, whether religiously or in passing. I want to say thanks to Dan for hanging out with us. It's always
Keys substitute, like Keys White.
Keys, we miss you, brother. Hopefully you'll be able to get on soon. You know it ain't the same without you. Make sure you tell somebody you love them every day. Take care of yourselves. We'll catch you in the next one.
Take care.
You got your team, and we got a kingdom. Ready for war, we score at will. We're the Super Bowl champs, the king of the hill.